The story of the Great Pyramid of Giza is an epic of human ingenuity that stretches across the boundaries of time. Beginning over 4,500 years ago, in a land defined by the life-giving waters of the Nile and the infinite silence of the Sahara. To tell this story is to recount the greatest engineering mystery in human history. Tale of how a civilization, with no knowledge of the wheel or iron tools, managed to stack over 6 million tons of stone into a monument so precise that it remains one of the greatest wonders of the world. The journey begins with Pharaoh Khufu, a ruler of the Old Kingdom, who sought to build a horizon that would allow his spirit to travel between the earth and the eternal stars. To achieve this, he appointed his vizier, Himunu, a man whose mind possessed a terrifying grasp of mathematics and logistics. Himunu did not just build a tomb, he orchestrated a national movement. For decades, the Giza Plateau was transformed into the world's most sophisticated construction site, a bustling city of tens of thousands of skilled laborers, stonemasons, and mathematicians who were fueled by a divine sense of purpose and the promise of national unity. The mystery of the pyramid's creation begins with its foundation. Before a single stone was laid, the ground had to be perfectly level. Using a system of water-filled trenches, the ancient engineers achieved a level of flat precision across a 13-acre base that modern builders would find difficult to replicate today. Once the ground was ready, the orientation began. By observing the movements of the stars, specifically the indestructible circumpolar stars, the builders aligned the four corners of the pyramid to the cardinal points of the compass, with an accuracy of within 3/60ths of a degree. This was not mere decoration, it was a sacred alignment, intended to turn the pyramid into a cosmic gateway. The true drama, however, lay in the movement of the stones. Over 2.3 million blocks of limestone and granite had to be moved. While most of the limestone was quarried locally, the massive granite beams for the king's chamber, some weighing as much as 80 tons, were transported from Aswan, 800 kilometers away. These monolithic stones were floated down the Nile on massive wooden barges during the annual flood season. A logistical feat that required hundreds of boats and thousands of sailors, working in perfect synchronization with the river's rhythm. How these stones were lifted to a height of 480 feet remains the centerpiece of the pyramid mystery. While historians have long debated the use of external ramps, many modern researchers suggest a more complex reality, a combination of internal spiraling ramps and sophisticated counterweight systems. Imagine the scene at the construction site. Thousands of men pulling on massive ropes made of papyrus and flax, their rhythmic chants echoing across the desert as they moved stones into place with the help of wooden sleds and lubricated tracks. Every block was carved with such precision that they fit together without mortar, so tightly that not even a thin blade could be inserted between them. As the pyramid rose, the interior was hollowed out with a series of passages and chambers. The Grand Gallery, a breathtaking corbelled hall, served as a masterpiece of structural engineering, designed to support the immense pressure of the stone above. Deep within the core, the king's chamber was constructed with red granite and topped with relieving chambers to prevent the roof from collapsing. Solution to a physics problem that demonstrates the Egyptians' profound understanding of weight distribution and gravity. The mystery deepens when we consider the mathematical secrets hidden within the pyramid's dimensions. The ratio of its perimeter to its height is equal to 2 pi, a mathematical constant that would not be officially discovered for centuries. Furthermore, the air shafts extending from the chambers were not for air at all. They were aimed precisely at the belt of Orion and the North Star, serving as soul shafts to guide the pharaoh to his celestial home. When the structure was finally completed, it was encased in polished white Tura limestone, making the pyramid shine like a beacon of pure light that could be seen for miles across the desert. At its peak sat the pyramidion, a capstone likely plated in gold, reflecting the first rays of the sun each morning. For 20 years, the people of Egypt had poured their sweat, blood, and intellect into this mountain of stone. And when it was finished, they had created the tallest structure on earth. Record it would hold for nearly 3,800 years. The conclusion of this historical saga is found in the pyramid's incredible endurance. Though its white casing was eventually stripped away by medieval rulers to build the cities of Cairo, and though its treasures were looted by explorers and tomb robbers, the Great Pyramid itself remains unmovable. It has survived earthquakes, wars, and the rise and fall of countless empires. It stands today as a silent witness to the dawn of civilization, a monument that proves that human ambition, when paired with the precision of science and the strength of a shared vision, can conquer even the most impossible odds. The story of the pyramid is not just a story of the past. It is a permanent reminder of the heights humanity can reach when we look toward the stars and dare to build a ladder to reach them. As the sun sets behind the Giza Plateau today, the pyramid casts a shadow that spans millennia, inviting us to keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep marveling at the genius of the ancients who built a legend in stone.